We'll start in just a few minutes here. So go ahead and set up your space, maybe light a candle, something to make yourself feel a little bit cozy.
Got a way about her, no need to mention how she makes you at home with your feet up in the sky. She's got your attention, you're just hanging by a thread. If she cuts it, you will die. She's a kind woman, high-flying woman.
All right, we will go ahead and get started. As always, feel free to throw anything in the chat if you have any issues, can't hear or anything like that, or any comments or things you want to work on specifically. So we're going to start today, and we'll just come into a child's pose position. We can let our knees spread wide to either side of our mat, walking our hands out in front of us, gently resting the forehead against the ground. Just inviting breath into this moment, letting your heels sink down and back. Your forehead relax into the mat. Start to feel your breath deepen. And your entire rib cage fill with breath every inhale. We can walk our hands over to the right. So walk our right hand to the right corner of the mat and place our left hand on top of the right. And just continue to sink, really pressing that left hip towards the left heel, relaxing the head to the mat again. Breathing into the side body here. And walk your hands back through center. And then bring your left hand towards the left corner of your mat. Place your right hand on top of your left. Breathing into the side body here, relaxing the head, pressing the right hip down towards the right heel. And just breathing to lengthen and stretch here. Slowly coming back through center. And walking yourself up to a sitting position here. You can push forward, coming into a tabletop. Flattening that spine to start. We can keep our toes tucked if we want today, and then just take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head and the sacrum. And exhale to squeeze and round the spine. Just inviting some movement, awakening the spine here. Feeling those electrical impulses shooting up the spinal column, allowing for the miracles of movement, sensation. Maybe try rolling your shoulders back as you move through this cat-cow. Maybe wiggle your hips side to side as you move through the cat-cow movement. Just follow your breath. Maybe close your eyes and just let your body guide you here. Nobody's watching you. Nobody really cares what you're doing in this moment, so you can do whatever your body feels. One more round following your breath. We'll come back to a tabletop, and we'll gently start to warm up the wrists by just pressing our body forward with our knees and our toes, and then just pressing back with the wrists. So just a gentle wrist strengthener here. So we really need to initiate that press back with the wrists to get the wrist strengthener. So don't use your legs or your toes here to push back. You have to use your wrist to press you back. So a few more rounds here. Really engaging through those fingers and those wrists, just getting those muscles fired up to avoid any injuries. And we'll come back to a neutral tabletop. I'm gonna untuck my toes for this one, so I'm gonna lift my left arm up. And I'm gonna exhale, swing it through, bringing my left temple to the ground, and my right hand is on the ground still in the tabletop arm. So you can stay here taking this gentle twist, or you can bring your right arm behind your back, maybe grasping the top of the left thigh to help twist a little bit deeper. But this is very gentle. We're not twisting too hard here. Just a nice twist, letting our head rest against the floor, warming up our neck, our shoulders. On your next exhale, you'll place your right hand into the ground. Inhale, untwist, lifting the left arm towards the sky. Exhale, back to tabletop. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, swing it underneath the left, coming into this thread the needle pose here, bringing our right temple or cheek onto the ground. Left arm can stay planted on the ground or come around your back, grabbing the top of the right thigh to enhance this twist a little bit. On your next exhale, coming back, gently coming back to this tabletop position. We're just going to walk our hands around, facing first 12, then 3, then 6, and then try for 9, and then all the way back. So just walking our hands out here, pressing our palms in the ground in each position, Just stretching out the forearms and the wrists. Maybe you're spending a lot of time on the computer. This will help undo some of that. So now let's bring our hands towards our body. And then we can slowly sit back, stretching out the forearms. Pressing our palms into the ground. Press the fingers into the ground. Keep your hands where they are as we peel the palm off the ground. Just stretch the fingers. And pressing the palm back down to rise. And we're going to turn and gently set the backs of our hands onto the ground. Fingertips still facing forwards. Take the same lean back here, but you'll feel a very different sensation here. Keeping the pressure on the backs of the hands gentle. Relaxing the shoulder blades. Looks like my shoulders are very hunched right now, but it's just my sweatshirt. And slowly coming back up, planting the palms on the ground, and we'll tuck our toes, inviting a little hover here with the knees, engaging the core, firing it up here, hugging the navel in towards the spine. Holds for the inhale. Exhale, pressing back into downward facing dog. And just walk it out here for the first downward facing dog of your practice today. Maybe feeling a few sensations in the wrists as we recover from those stretches and a little strengthening. And slowly begin to walk your feet one little step at a time in towards your hands. And we'll hang here in this forward fold, relaxing your neck. Just letting your body drape down to the floor. Relaxing the head. Maybe nodding it yes. Shaking it no. Releasing any tension that you don't need here in this posture. We can clasp opposite elbows here. Maybe shifting side to side a bit. Walk our hands over to the right side of our feet. Holding this little stretch here as we try and straighten our legs. And bend the knees, walking our hands over to the left side of the feet. And try and straighten here. Exhale, coming back through center. Inhale, rolling up into a flat back position. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up towards the sky. Spine comes up last. Our head comes up last. And let's just roll our shoulders back a few times here. We'll reach our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, take a little back bend, pressing the hips forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale, drop your right arm back, left arm forward, keeping your hips squared towards the front of the mat, taking a gentle twist here. Breathing, keeping those hips squared off to the front of your mat, making yourself do a little work for this twist. Inhale, coming back up, both hands towards the sky. Exhale, right hand drops forward, left arm back. Twist your hips towards the front of your mat as we twist our chest towards the left. Inhale, our arms back up. Exhale, take that cactus back bend one more time, pressing hips forward. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, give yourself a bow, coming down into forward fold. Inhale, coming up into a flat back. Exhale, walking your feet back into a high plank. Hold this high plank, just engage your abs here for a second. We'll bring it down to restorative very quickly, I promise. Try here sliding your kneecaps up towards your quads. Maybe tensing your calves a little bit. Inviting this tension in now will help us relax them later. Hug the navel into the spine for 3, 2, 1. Bring our body all the way down to the mat. Bring our feet together. Inhale, take a mini cobra here. Maybe lift your hands off the mat. Exhale, planting your hands down. Head down, left cheek comes to the floor. Inhale, pushing up a little deeper for maybe a little bit bigger of a cobra, so long as our hips stay on the ground. Inhale, maybe drifting your gaze a little bit higher. Maybe trying to gaze at your third eye here. Exhale, bringing your right cheek to the ground. We're going to press back into a child's pose. Pushing onto our toes, walking it up into a downward dog. You can stay in this downward dog, or I invite you to play around a little with me. So we're going to bring our left arm out to the side, thread it through to connect with the left or the right shin, to twist our body, pulling on this right shin with the left arm, looking underneath your right arm. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm out to the side. Exhale, reach it through, grabbing your left calf, twisting to the left. Exhale, placing your hands back on the ground. We're going to walk our feet to the outside of our hands. Inhaling to come up to a flat back. Exhale into a wide-legged forward fold. Walk your hands in line with your feet. Just letting the crown of your head hang heavy like it's a bowling ball, just lengthening your spine towards the ground. Maybe let's bend our left knee here, staying in this forward fold. Exhale to straighten. Bend the right knee. Exhale, straighten. And left one more time. Straighten. Right. Straighten and stretch in this wide-legged forward fold one last time. Inhale, coming up to a flat back. Squeezing your kneecaps into your body, maybe lifting your hands up to engage your legs for a few breaths here. And then we can exhale our hands back to the mat. Bring our heels in, toes out wide. Do that twice to sink down into Malasana or a deep yogi squat here. Oh, I feel that today. Use your arms to help press your knees out wide to really feel that stretch. Inhale, trying to maintain that length of the spine. Inhale, walk your right arm out long. Lift your left arm up, look to the left. Exhale, bringing your hands back to heart center. Inhale, reach your left arm down, right arm up. Exhale, bring your hands through center. Pulsing out a little bit here, just pressing your knees out with your arms, sinking a little bit lower. And we can plant our hands on the ground, pressing through our legs to come to standing. Heel toe our feet together, coming into a forward fold here, feet hip distance apart, so about 2/5. Plant your left hand down, bend the left knee while the right arm reaches up. Shoulders stacking on top of each other. Exhale, switch, plant your right palm, left arm lifts up, right knee bends. Exhale, bring your hands back to the ground. And lifting your feet, bending your knees, plant your hands underneath your palms. And try and exhale, straighten your knees. Bending through your biceps for extra stretch here, keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Once again, keeping your head relaxed, letting the weight of your body do the work here. Breathe into where you feel tension. You can slowly bring our hands back to the mat, out from underneath your feet. Inhale, coming up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bending your knees, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. This will be the last time we're in standing position today, I promise. Inhale, reach our arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, opening the chest. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind Inhale to hold. Exhale, sinking down. Bringing your left cheek to the mat. Rest for a round of breath here. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift into a low cobra, maybe hands off the mat. Exhale, bring our right cheek to the ground. Inhale, higher cobra. Keeping your chest nice and open. Feeling the energy and strength of your spine and your abdominal muscles. Exhale, bring our chest back towards the mat. We're going to bring our elbows under our shoulders here, coming into Sphinx pose. So we're going to keep our feet together, glutes lightly engaged, shoulders pulled down the back. We're going to press our hips into the ground as we open our chest in front of us, pulling back on our elbows to try and pull our chest through the space made by our shoulders here. Really feeling that stretch in the mid and low back here. If you don't feel the stretch, try and push your hips more into the ground and pull with your elbows, engaging into this stretch. Keep breathing here. See if throughout this practice you can just return to the feeling of your breath anytime you find your mind wandering, thinking about something from the past, future, something on your to-do list. See if you can just return to the feeling of your chest rising and falling with your breath, or your belly, or focusing on the breath entering your nostrils. Just using the breath as a cue to tap into the present. Exhale, we're going to sweep our arms in front of us, reaching our arms forward, our legs back for a full body stretch here. Exhale, bringing our feet up to face the sky. And I'm going to reach back and grab my ankles with my hands. And on my next inhale, I'm going to press through my hands to lift my chest, coming into bow pose, balancing on your belly here. Inhaling length into the spine, lifting a bit more. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, coming down. And maybe windshield wipers your legs side to side here. Just relaxing your hip sockets. We're going to push through our hands to slide back into child's pose. Connecting with our breath and the present moment here for just 2 rounds of breath. And then we're slowly going to find our way onto our butts into a seated position. We're going to start in a butterfly position, grabbing your feet, opening them like a book, maybe finding a little butterfly here, bringing a little smile to your lips, thinking of a butterfly flying with ease. Try and find a little bit of that ease here, even if your hips are not feeling easeful, as mine are truly not today. And we're going to bring stillness into our legs, open our feet like a book, press our elbows into our calves or our knees to help push our legs down to the ground, and try and lean forward and press your chin into your feet or into the soles of your feet. You don't actually have to do that, but that's the intention that we're moving with here. Breathing here, feeling the cool breath coming in, circling around your hips, easing that tension and that fire that you might feel. Exhaling the fire and leaving a cool, relaxed feeling. Inhale, come back up to sitting. Exhale, taking a few more flaps of your beautiful butterfly wings here. And we're straighten our feet out a little bit, making a diamond shape. And we're gonna let our body collapse in the center here. Our arms can either be on the outside of our legs or the inside of our legs. Our head hanging here, feeling the stretch gently through the backs of our legs. I feel it about around where my hamstrings attach to my hips, just underneath my glutes, but you can also feel this in your glutes, maybe your IT band. Just letting your body sink. The glory of this pose is that you have to do zero work. Gravity does it all for you. Keep breathing here. 2 more rounds of breath. Slowly inhale, coming back up to sitting. And we're going to come into a cross-legged position. And if you're practicing around some pillows or a blanket or something, it might be useful to have here. I'm going to demo without a pillow or blanket to just show it's totally doable without it. But we're going to come into a slightly longer hold here. I'm not going to go harsh yogi on you and make you do it as long as some other teachers will. But what we're going to do is we're just going to come into a crisscross position, and we're going to switch our legs, so don't worry. And we're just going to lean forward, exhale to relax our body to the ground here. So really feeling that stretch in the muscles that sort of wrap around our glutes and our hips. I feel it right in a band right here. So we're just going to exhale to fall and soften. You can prop your chest or head up with a pillow if you want here. And we're just going to breathe here. We're going to hold it for about 1.5 minutes. And I always shrink away from practices where I hear I'm going to have to hold something for longer than 10 seconds. But in this pose, I think you'll discover different layers as your body slowly learns to let go here. So just continue to breathe, to let go of things that aren't serving you in this pose, tensions that don't serve you. Invite a smile onto your lips. Continue to let go of tension. Imagine peeling back the layers of this onion that is your own musculature. You have muscles stacked on top of other muscles, stacked on top of tendons and ligaments, stacked on top of different layers of your bone, all the way down, protecting those cells that generate your bones, the cells that keep you alive, your immune cells, your red blood cells. Imagine all of those layers surrendering to this stretch. We're slowly going to walk our hands back up. See, that wasn't too long. And switch. So bringing your opposite leg in closer to you. If you're like me, you automatically do your good side first, then you realize you have to do your bad side. And that's a sad realization. But it'll feel good at the end of this. So exhale, leaning forward. Maybe embracing the things about ourselves that we traditionally label as not as good or inferior or bad or ugly. And embracing those, reclaiming them, realizing that there is some beauty in those things, and maybe a lot more beauty there than we realize. Find some tension that you've snuck into your body to maybe make this stretch a little bit easier in some ways, and release. Invite that smile onto your lips. Imagine all those layers of your body we talked about before, loosening, relaxing, bending here. We're slowly gonna start to walk ourselves back up. Straighten our legs out in front of us. Maybe walk them out a little bit. Maybe walk forward and backwards here using your butt as two little feet. Getting a little self-massage here of your femur heads into your hamstring attachments. And we're going to exhale, push forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, push forward into this forward fold. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, push. Inhale, reach. And exhale, we're going to push. And then relax into this forward fold here. Relaxing your head. Inhale, coming up to a flat back, opening your chest. Exhale, stretching down again. Grabbing the outsides of your feet. You can bend your knees if you need to. We're going to roll back or press back using our arms as ropes, pressing the space between our shoulder blades to the back of the room, really stretching out that center back here. Just feeling like we're almost pulling our arms out of the socket here. They won't come out. But we will get this beautiful stretch in that mid-back, which can sometimes become so torturously tight after a day of sitting. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring your right leg to the root of your left thigh. And we can just gently half butterfly this a little bit here. This should feel much nicer than a normal butterfly. We're going to inhale to square our body over this left leg. Exhale, leaning forward to stretch. So here we're still getting the stretch through the back of that left leg, but we should also start to feel some stretch coming through our low back here. Reaching our chin to our shin here, maintaining length in the spine. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, we're going to switch to the opposite side, bringing the left foot into the root of the right heel. Maybe take a little half butterfly here to feel good about ourselves and see how much lower this came than real butterfly. We're going to square our chest and hips towards this right leg and exhale to fold, reaching our chin towards our shin here. Breathing to elongate the spine. Exhale to stretch. In Sanskrit, this pose is known as head-knee pose. Janu, which means head. Shirshasana, which is, Janu is knee. Shirshasana, which means head, and then asana, posture. So you can see why it's called head-to-knee posture. Your head is hovering pretty close to your knee here. One more round of breath here. Really feeling that expansive stretch through the low back. Inhale, slowly rising up. We're going to plant the left foot into the ground. So not moving this right leg, keeping it straight. And we're going to inhale, reach our right arm up to cross it over the left. And we can take a little twist here of the body. And if it's available to you, we can reach our hand around our back, grabbing the opposite hand for this little twist. If not, we can stay right here, right arm forward, left arm back, gazing over that left shoulder. That's a perfectly great stretch right there. Inhaling for length, exhaling for a deeper twist. Exhale, release. Switch our legs, bringing the right leg in. Inhaling the left arm up, crossing it over, taking this twist on the right side, or towards the right this time, gazing over the back right shoulder, taking whatever version of a bind or twist you took last time. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Inhale, slowly unraveling, straightening both of your legs out. And we're just going to bend them slightly. Relax your chest into your legs, drop your head. Taking a restorative version of a forward fold here. You can bring your legs in a little bit more if that's still a little uncomfortable. Letting your thighs hold your shoulders and your head just relax in between your knees here. Use the rise and fall of your breath to remind you to be present in this moment. Maybe conducting a body scan here, starting at your toes, working all the way up to the crown of your head, just checking in with yourself, not judging, not thinking you should be or feel a certain type of way, just noticing. And we're going to bring our heels together, coming back to this butterfly posture for a second. And then we're going to lean back onto our back, coming into reclined butterfly. Bring our left hand to our heart, our right hand onto our belly. Just inviting softness into the whole body. Taking a moment to appreciate your heartbeat as you can feel it, maybe pressing down a little bit with your left hand until you feel your heartbeat. And feeling the rise and fall of your belly. Cultivating gratitude for your breath, for this life force flowing in and out of you every day, without ever having to ask or try or remember. Just take a moment to remember that you are a remarkable, remarkable creature. You can always come back to your heartbeat and your breath if you ever forget that. We're going to walk our hands to the mat, coming onto our shoulders here, and we're going to create an arch in the back and upper spine here as we bring our crown of our head to the mat, coming into fish pose here. So my crown of my head, I'm going to try and turn here so this will be more helpful. I'm pushing through my elbows to lift the crown of the head, to drop it onto the mat, creating space here so that I'll lift my arms. You can see that I have this nice arch of my back here. It's off the ground. Coming into fish, really opening up the front of your chest and neck, relaxing your jaw, maybe opening and closing your mouth here. Push through your shoulders or your elbows again. Bring your head back to the mat. Put your feet in a standing position to lift your hips. Coming into a bridge pose here. You can interlace your hands behind your back if you wish. Just taking a little bit of a bridge. One more round of breath. Exhale to sink. Inhale, we're straightening our legs up towards the ceiling. We can keep a little bend here. We're not going for an active stretch here. What we're actually taking is a very gentle inversion. So just by having our legs up, we'll drain some of the blood out of our calves, which hold a lot of blood, and the entirety of our legs. Just bringing that back into the body. Slowly come back to find stillness. Bring our whole body into the mat. Legs and arms splayed wide. Finding our Shavasana. Relaxing the shoulders into the mat. Releasing any tension in your neck. The space behind your eyes, your jaw. Just let yourself relax. Your full body sinking into the mat. If you get distracted by your to-do list or anything, just let those thoughts drift through your mind like leaves in a stream. Observe them, but don't necessarily pick them up. You can always come back to this focus on your breath, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your belly. And I invite you to just try and keep your focus there for a few moments here, not being harsh on yourself if your mind wanders. If you find it wandering, just gently let that leaf be carried away by the stream and bring your attention back to the breath. If your mind has wandered, just gently bring it back to the breath here. If you choose to see everything as a miracle, then where you are right now is perfect. There is nowhere to run to. There is nothing else to do except be in this moment and allow what it is to be. From that place of radical acceptance, major change can happen. The first step in any transformational experience is acceptance and surrender to the present moment, the way that it is. From that place, we have the awareness, humility, and power to change it. Starting to bring your awareness from your sensation of your breath to the sensation of your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, drawing circles with your wrists and your ankles. Rolling on to your favorite side. And we'll gently meet in a sitting position, keeping our eyes gently closed here. Bring our hands to heart center. Feeling the crown of the head extend long towards the ceiling. And your tailbone be pulled towards the earth, creating just this sense of length and space in your spine. Take a moment to extend some gratitude to your body. Gratitude is often the first step in the radical transformation and acceptance of loving ourselves. We might not be fully at that step of loving, but we can at least take time to be grateful. Tapping back into the sensation of the breath. Knowing that no matter where you go or what you do, you can always come back. This sense of rootedness, groundedness, the ability to tap into the present. Bring our hands to the space between our eyebrows, feeling length in the spine, opening of the chest. We'll gently bow, taking a moment to surrender, knowing that no matter where you go or what you do today or beyond, you are precious, beloved, and beautiful to behold. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me and Breakout today. As always, you can check the link for ways to donate to Breakout, and hope you will consider doing so. And hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It's hard to keep track sometimes. But yeah, always feel free to post with any comments, questions, concerns. I'll be happy to answer them or tailor future classes to any needs you all might have. So, have a great day.